All right. Hello, welcome. And today I'm just going to get right into it and share with you 3 keys for success to have a successful life without all the stress. Obviously, life is never going to be fully stress-free, but how to be successful without the stress and to do it all, of course, in good health. How do we do that? So here are the 3 keys. Key number 1, curiosity. I've talked about this before in previous videos, but curiosity is very, very important for us in our lives. It is how we heal. It's how I personally have healed. I started asking myself different questions. See, here's the thing about curiosity. There is a stressful part of it, and then there is the part of it, of the curiosity that can become very healing and lead to our success. The word if or if only. Those 2 words become very stressful. If only I had enough money, I would do XYZ. If only I had the right network, I would do XYZ. If only this person had not done X, Y, or Z to me, I would be able to now do A, B, and C. Or if this didn't happen, if I didn't go here, if that person hadn't hurt me, if that person didn't backstab me, if I was smarter, if I was taller, if I was curvier, if I was, thinner, if I was married, if I was single, if I was a mother, if I was not a mother. If these and what if are very 2 stressful questions, because we're putting all this blame on our past and because we're not really also even fully taking responsibility and taking control back in our lives, because the if and the if only is leading us to give someone or some other situation or power. And that leads to our mental health not being very good. It leads to, when our mental health is not very good, it leads to our physical health deteriorating, high blood pressure, heart diseases, all sorts of things, depression, although that's mental health, right? However, curiosity, when we ask the question of, what if I tried this? What if I did it this way? What if I looked at my situation from this point of view instead of this point of view? Beginning to use the if word in a very different way. That type of curiosity gives us back our power. It gives us back our control. It actually creates less stress. Why? Well, because when I am asking myself the types of curious questions like, what if I tried this? What if I did it this way? What if I did it differently the next time? What went wrong here? What if I did some sort of adjustment, right? Sometimes in business, in marketing, it's called A/B testing. I could do this promotion here for my business this way, and I could also try this graphic with this copy in this way, right? And we can do that in our life too. Okay, I tried this yesterday, it didn't work, but today is a new day and I'm going to just tweak this a little bit. What if I just tweaked it a little bit and I tried it this way, and let's see what happens. It takes the pressure off of yourself. It takes the pressure off of other people to fit into a certain mold or expectation that we might be putting them into. And as a result, we can begin to heal because we're looking at things from a totally different perspective, and we can begin looking to just more or less enjoy the process out of a curiosity. So that's key one, curiosity, and the types of questions we're asking ourselves in that curious state. 2, commitment. Yes, commitment. I can say that I'm going to do X, Y, or Z. I don't know. I just happen to like the phrase X, Y, or Z. But I can say I'm going to get up at 4:30 every morning. But if I am not planning on committing to that goal of getting up at 4:30 every morning, I'm just never going to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Talk is cheap. Commitment is expensive, right? So we have to be willing to invest in that commitment. And sometimes it's hard to even know what to commit to. Sometimes we're committed to the wrong ideas, the wrong things. So how to know what we should be or should not be committed to. Then also how to stay committed, how to keep that focus. So if I say that at the end of this month, I want to be earning in my business a certain number of dollars every day, or I want a certain outcome in my relationships, like I want less stress in my relationships, I want more loving relationships, right? Well, how am I going to stay focused on that goal? How am I going to get what I want to achieve? Of course, commitment, but how do I do it? How do I stay the course? Because things are not always just cut and dry, right? Once we commit to something and we focus on it, sometimes it's, a little bit of a windy path to get there. It's not always a straight line. So in this case, for our commitment, knowing, the right commitments to make, where to focus first, because maybe this is a new year. Maybe we have like 3 or 4 things that we're looking to get out of the year. Do I work on all 3, 4 of those things all at once? I might drive myself a little crazy if I try doing that. So how do I know which commitment, which goal to even focus on and be committed to first, right? You might want to, I would highly recommend it, getting mentorship. I mentor people and how to work through and map out their life success stories, right? But there are other coaches, there are other mentors out there as well. So who is the best fit for you in helping you commit and focus in the order that things need to be accomplished and taken care of to get you from where you are right now here on January 5th, 2023 to where you want to be 1 year from now, January 5th, 2024. Who would be the best mentor to help you get there, to stay focused, to hold you accountable, to encourage you when you give up, and to help you, or when you want to give up, because you're not going to give up, to help you sort through, okay, so this strategy is not working. How about I try something new? But when we are stuck, we don't always see how to get unstuck. We might need someone else to come along beside us with a different point of view, different perspective, and help us map out how we're going to, keep the focus and how we're going to stay committed and how we're going to try new things, which goes back to key number 1, curiosity. I think curiosity is the number 1 key that we need in general in life. But commitment is number 2. We do have to stay committed. We can't just give up and be like, well, I tried it for January and it didn't work. Well, it didn't work, and that's okay. It's okay when things don't work. What about February? What about March? What about April? What about May, June, right? There's all these months that come after. So getting a mentor can help you figure out the process for staying committed, staying focused, but trying new things and ultimately getting that success that you are looking to have in your life this year and just in the long term as well, because life is a long time, right? And during that long time, well, it's over in a blink of an eye, and we are not promised tomorrow, to be honest. But we on average are here for a span of time, right? 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, 30 years, whatever those number of years happen to be. For that period of time, we're here to be accomplishing things and getting things done and enjoying our lives and thriving and flourishing. So commitment, curiosity. The third key is redefining your definitions. See, this is the thing. A lot of times our belief systems are not our belief systems. And in fact, our belief systems can be, I'm not saying they're always, but they can be very off. Okay. We get our belief systems from a combination of places, right? We get them from society, from culture. We get them from our family, from our parents or siblings, right? Where we first are planted. When we come into the world, we get them from our friends at school. We get them from schools. We get them from our coworkers. We get them from universities. We get them from music. All sorts of places are where we get our definitions from. So now all of a sudden I'm all stressed out because I think that success must look a certain way for me if I'm a woman. A man might find himself all stressed out because he's thinking that he might need to do things a certain way in order to be successful as a man. And in the end, the truth is, all of those things might be the right definition for another woman or another man. But for me personally, for you personally, that definition of success might look totally different. Why? Because each one of us are here for a different purpose. Each one of us is unique. We're all here to work together. We're living organisms, right? Living organisms all thrive and grow together, right? So we support one another. You know, we're part of nature. Garden of Eden back in the day was nature, and humans, Adam and Eve, started out in nature, right? So we're all like part of this living organism, our environment, right? But we each have a purpose. Adam had his own specific purpose. Eve had her own specific purpose. When they had children, those children had their own specific purposes, even though they were all working together, which means that success actually needs to be defined a little bit differently for each one of us. The same thing for love, right? Love is also very key. What does that look like? Well, we may have picked up from society or from our families, especially if there's been something traumatic that's happened to us, the wrong definition, the wrong belief system about men and you or women. You hear this a lot. A lot of times you will hear women say there are no good men out there. You will also hear men say there are no good women out here. It's a false belief system. It's not true, but those belief systems are based on some sort of life experience. And when we begin to redefine what love is, when we begin to redefine what a good woman is, when we begin to redefine even our identities, what we need, and we start looking for the truth. And as a Christian confidence coach, I work with my clients when I'm helping them redefine their definitions of love, of forgiveness, of beauty, those things, of success, those things. I'm not giving them a specific definition, but I'm helping people go through what God says about them, what God says about their lives to redefine, right? It's part of mentorship, because sometimes when we're stuck in our own trauma, when we're stuck in our own stress, we have like the wrong idea. Our definitions are a little bit off. And as a result, when we're trying to get things done in life, professionally or personally, things aren't aligning up. There's conflict. We don't feel comfortable. We're not fully happy. We're not really satisfied. The people around us aren't exactly thrilled. And so redefining, writing new definitions, this can lessen the stress and actually ultimately When we have less stress, like I said at the beginning, our bodies become healthier because our body is not secreting all these stress hormones, running around in confusion, like, why isn't this working? I can't get this right, right? So when our body is more relaxed, our body becomes healthier, our mind becomes healthier, right? And as a result, these three things, having curiosity, knowing how to ask the right questions, the right types of if questions, being committed and focused on the things that we need to focus on in the proper order, and redefining our definitions of love, of success, of forgiveness, and beauty. These things also help us to live more stress-free, have healthier bodies, and here's the real big bonus. It also helps us to have healthier finances because we're not like all stressed out. We're leaving room for us to grow and to become the women and the men who we're meant to be, and our businesses will work easier. This is something that I can promise you is true in my life. As I've gone through my healing journey, right? My business has been more successful, and more successful business means that I'm earning more money. Less successful business, right? I'm not earning as much money. So our mental health, our physical attitudes are going to come out based on our mindsets, right? And so all of this lines up for leading us to also ultimately have more financial success. So ultimately, 3 keys for success: curiosity, commitment to the focus, the right focus for you, and redefining success, love, beauty, forgiveness. And these can be all really difficult things to sort through if we've gone through something traumatic, if we've gone through heartbreak, if we are not really functioning from a healed place. And so that's why I believe it's so important as a confidence coach to help people heal so that we can all thrive in all areas of our life. So subscribe to the channel because I am going to be sharing some more tips. Of course, a lot more tips this month, but just in general, over this whole course of the year, I'm going to be sharing more tips on being successful, being healthy in all areas of your life, being stress-free, having that peace. And also, I am going to put in the comments, the description below, how you can work with me so that if you feel that I would be a good fit for you as a mentor, as a coach, we can connect. I'm going to put in the link to chatting with me, and we can get on a Zoom chat, or we can chat on the phone. I can learn a little bit more about you, what it is that you're looking for, where it is you feel like you're getting stuck in your life and finding yourself in repeating patterns of stress, or you're just in general not feeling like your life is the best shape that it could be in, and make that plan for you, specifically map out your plan for having the things that you are desiring to have in your life this year. So, all right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your time, and I will be chatting with you soon. I look forward to it. Have a good rest of your day or evening, wherever you happen to be in the world as you are watching this video. All right. So peace.